This one. I remember the last time that the last level, I remember that we were talking about general things in English, the articles, the ordinal numbers, the present simple, what else? Natural and ordinal, of course. The license plates, I remember. The months, the days of the week, what else do you remember? Another thing from the last level.
The nouns, like possessive nouns,
Possessive.
subject nouns.
Yes, also. Yes, I remember. Well, in this one, we are going to be talking about different things. In this level, we're going to be talking about the apostrophe S for possession. Yeah?
Yes.
The apostrophe S for possession. We're going to be using the negative auxiliaries, don't and doesn't. We're going to be talking about the object pronouns. Do you remember? The me, us, them, him.
Yes.
The object pronouns. Let's see what else. We're going to be talking also about the hotels, the different hotels, the vocabulary of the house, the vocabulary of the food, and countable and uncountable nouns. Algo que siempre me están preguntando, yo siempre les digo, todavía no, ya pronto lo vamos a conocer. Bueno, en este nivel vamos a hablar de countable and uncountable nouns. Countable and uncountable. For example, when you're going to say, in my kitchen, here, there are 3 sugars, and I say no. Sugars, no. Sugars, it cannot be in plural. So in this, because sugar is uncountable. In this level, we're going to study what is countable and what is uncountable. Yes?
Okay.
Here is
Okay.
Or for example, when you say, I drink many water, and I say, no, not many, much water. Because water is uncountable. You cannot say many water, much water. So in this level, we're going to study this. Many, much, a lot of, lots of,
Little bit.
any, this. This is going to be for the last week. The last week of level, we're going to study this, countable and uncountable. So let's start. Today we're going to start with the apostrophe S. Do you remember the apostrophe S?
Yes.
What
Yes.
is it for?
No me acuerdo, eso me lo están dando.
Why is it for?
For
Why do we
possession.
use it?
Plural, self-possessive.
For possessive. To
Yes,
say
possessive.
that something belongs to you or to another person. For possession. We use the apostrophe. And I have here some paragraphs, some Shakespeare's families. You know who is Shakespeare?
Yes.
Shakespeare, the writer, that he wrote a lot of books. He was the man who wrote Romeo and Juliet. Yes.
Yes.
It was an author, a writer. So I have here some different novels, some important books that he wrote. Shakespeare's Tragic Families. He had many different books. One of them, it was called King Lear. Well, one of the, maybe not the book, maybe the character, King Lear. Who wants to read the first? The King Lear family.
Me.
Yeah, Jose? King Lear. Let's see
King Lear.
Who's that?
King Lear loved his 3 daughters, Cordelia, Regan, and Goneril. Goneril, yes. But do the daughters love their father? A story of land, money, and power.
Land, money, and power. You know what is this? Land. Land.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's land? What's it? Someone knows what is the land? No?
Money.
No.
Land, no?
No, yo.
Land, let me show you.
No, tía.
Is when we say, for example, field, the land, el terreno, the land, las tierras, ¿no? Nunca lo había escuchado, the land.
Yes.
No.
Land es como decir las tierras, el terreno, the land.
Sí.
Okay.
So, dice una historia, a story of land, money, and power. Says here, King Lear. Let's see the second. So how many daughters does King Lear have? How many?
3.
3 daughters.
Three
Lilia,
daughters.
Lillian, and Goneril. Let's see this. Hamlet. Who wants to read Hamlet? Hamlet.
Me.
Yeah, Catherine. Hamlet in Denmark.
Hamlet in Denmark, Prince.
Prince.
Hamlet's Prince. Hamlet's father is dead, and his mother, Gertrude, is now married to Claudius. Hamlet's uncle at a history of a son's love and revenge.
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 And this here, this is story.
Revenge.
Story. Let me show you the difference. Story is this one. Story, the pronunciation. And history, history. Look at the
History.
difference. This is story with the letter
A
S.
story. Okay.
Story. No, wait, I erase it. Story. And history. The first one, history. This one here, story. This is not a story. Like this, a story. It's the sound of the letter S. Story. It's a story. No a story. Story. And this one here, history. You know what is the difference between story and history?
Yes.
Yeah?
One is fiction and the other real.
Yeah, that can be one definition. Another option is that history, it's for the subjects at school, at the university. For example, history of Venezuela, history of ancient Egypt. History is for the clinics, for the hospitals, a medical history. Okay. Story is when someone tells to you something that happened. Okay. I'm going to tell you something that happened. I'm going to tell you a story. Something that just happened to me 2 days ago. Story. A story is also for the children's book, children's stories, for books for children. History is like, for example, for TV, for television, History Channel. Yes.
Okay.
So that's some of the difference. Okay. In Spanish, en español, ambas son historia, pero en inglés sí, para unas cosas usamos history y para otras story. For Instagram, we say Instagram stories, no history. History is the study of the past. History es el estudio del pasado. Por eso decimos history of Venezuela, history of Egypt, the universal history. History is also for the subjects at school, at the university. History, universal history of ancient Egypt. I'm a professor of history. My brother is a geography or history professor. It's the profession. Story, it's different. Story is when you're going to tell someone something that happened to you. That's the difference. History is also for, as I said, for the hospital. Do you have a medical history? Do you have a medical history in this hospital? Historia clínica, medical history, we say. La pronunciación, siempre que lo vayan a pronunciar, empezar con el sonido de la S, story. Es difícil porque en español no tenemos ninguna palabra que empiece con S. Siempre decimos estación, estado, ¿qué más? Estudiar. En inglés es el sonido de la S. Por ejemplo, story Oh, like when we say, for example, stop, stop, study, scientific, science, like this. Which others? Tattoo,
Station.
station, yes. So is the sound of the S. Story, story. You don't have to open your mouth. It stays closed. Story. Yes. So this is a story here. Story of a son's love and revenge. Let's see the next one.
Revenge.
Let's see Macbeth. This one. Who wants to read Macbeth? Who is Macbeth? Who was that? Macbeth?
Me.
Huh? Catherine again? I don't know.
Yeah. Macbeth. A is story of Macbeth and his wife. Lady Macbeth wants power, and she wants her husband to be the king.
The king.
A, the king. A history of revenge and power.
A story of revenge and power. Story.
A story.
Story. History. History is
Story.
this. History.
Story.
This is story. 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 Then we have here Romeo and Juliet. Romeo and Juliet, it's from Shakespeare. Shakespeare wrote Romeo and Juliet. Oriana, read Romeo and Juliet. Who is Romeo? Romeo
is the son of Lord and Lady Montague. Juliet is the daughter of Lord and Lady Capulet. Romeo and Juliet are boyfriend and girlfriend, but their families are enemies. A love story.
And the last one, Othello. Who wants to read the last character?
Me.
Othello. Who is Othello?
Me.
Yeah, Daniela.
Lago.
I think
Lago is Othello's friend.
I think it's Iago. Iago.
Iago.
It's
because it's
I.
an I. Okay.
It's an I.
Iago is Othello's friend. Or is he? He makes trouble for Othello and his wife Desdemona. A story of a jealous husband.
Yes. Yeah, it's not an L, it's an I. Iago. Yes,
Okay.
good. So in all of these families, we can use the possession. For example, if I say here, if I want to say King Lear's daughters are, who are King Lear's daughters?
Cordelia,
Cordelia,
Regan, and Goneril. Cordelia, Regan, and Goneril. Like this. So instead of saying the daughters of King Lear, no, say King Lear's daughters. It's easier. So the apostrophe S is used for possession. Let me show you another option. I can also say, if I want to say in the opposite form, Cordelia's, Regan, here, Regan, and Goneril, father is King Lear. This is another option. It's also possible. You can say it like this, Cordelia's, Regan's, and Goneril's, or you can put the apostrophe at the end, like this. Cordelia, Regan, and Goneril's father is King Lear. So when you have more than one possessor, you can put the apostrophe S on the last one. For example, I am going to say Daniela and Andrea. Daniela and Andrea have a house in common. They live in the same house. You can do this. Daniela and Andrea's house. Or this is another option, Daniela's and Andrea's house, because it's one house. So when you have more than one possessor, 2, 3, 4, or more, you can put the apostrophe in each one or on the last one, like this. That's another option. Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
This Hamlet. If I write here, Claudius. Who is Claudius? Who's that? Who's Claudius?
Pamphlet.
Hamlet's uncle.
Is Hamlet's uncle. Hamlet's uncle. Hamlet's uncle is Claudius. Yes. I can also say Claudius' nephew is Hamlet. Hamlet, like this. Look at this. When you have a word that finish in S, you don't have to write another S. It's not necessary. For example, if I say Luis' house, like this. Luis' house is in Evansville. This. Luis' house. You don't have to do this. Because if you do this, you have to pronounce the two S's. You have to say Luis's. Lo pueden hacer. Es posible, pero si lo van a hacer, tienen que pronunciar las dos S. So, sería algo como Luis's house. Luis's. Or if I say another name that finishes in S, Luis. Tell me a name that finishes in S that you remember. What name finishes in S? I just think about Luis.
Stop.
Which one?
No, que como el juego de stop.
I don't remember any name that finishes in
Hey.
S that is not Luis. Un nombre que termine en S. A ver, otro nombre. Hay varios, pero Marcus. Marcus. It is here. Marcus' car is red. Like this, it's correct. Marcus' car. Or like this. But you have to say Marcus's. Marcus's. Cuando tengan una palabra que termine en S, no tienen que agregarle otra S más para el apóstrofe. Le ponen el apóstrofe y ya. Si lo quieren ya igual agregar, tienen que pronunciar the two S's. Marcus's, Luis's, Claudius's. So you have to remember it. Yes. So here, Claudius' nephew is Hamlet. Claudius is Hamlet's uncle. Yes. For example, I say, I have two brothers. My brothers' names are John and Diego. Look at this. My brothers, because I have two, my brothers' names are John and Diego. Or my brothers' another option. My brothers' names are John and Diego. So anytime that you have a word that finishes with the letter S, you put the apostrophe and that's it. It's not necessary to write another S. No, it's not necessary. Here is here. Macbeth.
It can be Jaiderlin and Natalia's birthday, right?
If both, if it is the birthday for both, if both have the birthday for the same date, yes.
Exactly.
Like this. I'm going to say John's and Diego's birthdays here. If I want to say that in the same day we have Diego's birthday and John's birthday, we can do it like this, John's and Diego's birthdays. O si ambos quieren celebrar la fiesta el mismo día, también.
Okay.
Es una sola fiesta. John's and Diego's birthday. One birthday for both. The same party. Birthday party.
Birthday party, okay.
We can do it like this, or we can write it just for the last person, like this. John's and Diego's birthday party. Then I have here Romeo and Juliet. What is Juliet's last name? Juliet's last name.
Monte?
That's Romeo. Capulet.
Capulet.
Capulet. Juliet's last name is Capulet. That's her last name. Okay. And I can also say Juliet's boyfriend is Romeo. He's the boyfriend of Juliet. Let me erase this and here. Who is Desdemona? Who's she? Who's that?
What Othello.
Is that?
The wife.
Is the wife of
Othello.
Othello.
Othello. So I can say Othello's
Wife.
wife.
Why?
Desdemona is Othello's wife. Is the wife of Othello. I'm going to show you this paragraph about Julius Caesar, the dictator of Rome. In this paragraph, we have to complete the paragraph using apostrophes. Jose, read the paragraph of Julius Caesar.
Okay, he is dictator of Rome. But for how long?
For how long?
Are Caesar friends now his enemies? Calpurnia, Caesar's wife, thinks they are. A story of power and revenge.
Revenge. In this paragraph, we can put the apostrophes. Where do you think that we can put the apostrophes here?
Dictator.
Dictators.
Dictator, the Rome's dictator.
Mhm.
Is Rome's dictator. Yeah, but in
Oh,
the
dictators.
sentences are ready just to put the apostrophe.
He's dictators of Rome. No?
He's Rome's
Enemies.
dictator. Rome's dictator. Like that.
Rome's dictator, correct.
Yeah. But in which parts I can put here the apostrophe S? And the
Caesar's wife.
Caesar.
Caesar's wife. Here, Caesar's friend, Caesar's wife.
Caesar wife.
In this part. Caesar's friends, the friends of Caesar, Caesar's wife, the wife of Caesar. In that part. Let's go with Daniela. Antony and Cleopatra. Let's go with this. Is Daniela here? I don't know.
Antony's wife.
On the first line, Antony's wife.
Mhm.
Read the complete paragraph. Antony and Cleopatra.
Antony's wife, Flavia, is dead. He now lives in Egypt with the Queen Cleopatra. But Antony's rival Octavius wants him to return to Rome, a story of love and power.
Yeah, Antony's rival, Octavius. And Antony's wife, in this one, the wife of Antony. So it's easier to say Antony's wife. Okay, so the apostrophe is to speak faster, like to make the sentences shorter, to speak faster. I'm going to show you some photos and you're going to tell me what family do you think is this? Remember the families. King Lear with the three daughters, Hamlet with the uncle, Macbeth and the husband and wife, Romeo and Juliet, Othello with the friend. So look at this. The first, this is Hamlet. This one, that's the second.
In
which family?
this one, yeah.
In which family the woman
Ay, estoy en
was the queen?
silencio, no sé qué pasa.
In which family of all of the families of Shakespeare, the queen was a woman, like the queen of the family?
Cleopatra.
No, it's not Julius Caesar, it's not Cleopatra, it's the other families. Macbeth, Romeo and Juliet, Othello, King Lear, Hamlet. So what do you think? Look at the families.
King's Lear.
I'm going to show you all of them and you tell me what you think. Here. Look, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one? What do you think? What are the names?
Is it Macbeth?
Which one?
The second one.
The second, Macbeth. Macbeth is the queen, yes. Macbeth. The second one is Macbeth.
The fourth is King Lear.
The fourth is King Lear because has 3 daughters.
Yeah.
King Lear. This. Look.
Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet. Yes. Romeo and Juliet. And the last.
Othello.
Othello.
No, Othello.
Yeah, Othello. Othello, and it's because of this. Let me show you. Macbeth, because Macbeth is the queen. Romeo is this. This is Juliet. King Lear has 3 daughters, Cordelia, Goneril, Regan. Othello is this. That Desdemona, Othello, and the friend, Iago. So those are the families for Shakespeare. So with the apostrophe S, we can use it for possession. I'm going to show you some sentences, and you're going to tell me what do you think, if it is the first or the second option. If it is my brother's wife, like the first, or the second. My brother's wife is from Algeria. What do you think?
The second one.
The second? Why is the second?
One.
The first?
The one. The first.
Yeah.
The first.
The first?
Yes.
Daniela, what do you think? Daniela or Dariani, what do you think? The first or the second?
The first.
Is the first. How many? It says here, how it's one wife is one brother. So I have to use the singular. This, my brother's wife, the wife of my brother. Because if I say my brother's wife, it's like one wife for my 2 brothers, for my 3 brothers, so it doesn't make sense. Okay, let me erase this. The second, is this your girlfriend's mobile phone?
The first.
The first, because it's one girlfriend. Okay, it's one phone, one girlfriend. Then the third, his cousins names are Nick and Angela.
Cousin.
The first or the second?
Second.
The
The
second.
second, because they are 2, Nick and Angela, 2 people. The fourth, her mother's like this, or her mother's like this car as a personalized number plate?
The
The
first.
first one.
The first, because it's just one phone.
Yes.
Then we have a meeting at our children's
The second one.
school. Second, are you sure?
The first children is
First?
plural.
Yeah, look
The
at this. Children,
The first.
is
children
plural.
is plural.
It's
Children
plural.
is already plural. For example, my children's names are Diego and Jack, like this. The word children, la palabra children, ya así como está en plural. Recuerden que no existe, esta palabra no existe. Children's. Ya children is plural. What is the singular for children? Do you remember?
Kid.
Child.
No?
Child.
Child is singular. Children is plural. So children's with S, it doesn't exist. We don't use it. If you have one child, you say, my child's name is Jack. If you have 2, 3, 4, or more, you say, my children's names are Jack and Anna, like this. Okay? Pero children's así, no, impossible, porque esa palabra no existe. Okay? Children, like this, is plural, without the letter S. So in this case, it would be this, at our children's school. The last one, my parents' birthdays are both on September the 1st.
No,
Second one.
second.
The second, because it's the birthday for my mom and for my dad. Both.
Yes.
For my mom and my dad, their birthdays are both on September the 1st. The same date, it's the birthday of my mom and my dad, of my parents. That's why. So do you understand?
Yes.
Yeah. Let me take a photo. And let me send it here. So you have it here. So talking about the family, because I have here a lot of family. Talking about families. If I ask, Daniela, do you have siblings, sisters, brothers?
Yes, one sister,
What's her name?
Rebecca.
Rebecca. So you can say my sister's name is Rebecca. If you have one, just one. If you have two, you can say my siblings, like this. My siblings' names are my sister, if I have one, my brother's name, like this, if I have one. So when you have just one, you can do it like this. If you have more than one, you can say siblings, and you put it like here because it's in plural. Yes? My siblings' names are, or if you have two brothers, three brothers, my brothers' names, like this, are my sister's names, my brother's names, if it is in plural. I have here this family tree. In this page, on the first page, we have this family tree, this one. And I have here your grandmother and your
Grandfather.
Father.
grandfather. And if I want to use one word for both, for grandmother and grandfather,
Grandpas.
Mhm. Grandmother
Grand-
and grandfather is the
Parents.
grandparents.
Parents.
Grandparents, like this. Your grandparents, your grandmother, your grandfather. It's like, for example, saying your mom and dad. You can say your
Parents.
Parents.
parents, like this. You have here your mom. If your mom has a brother, who's this?
Uncle.
Is your uncle. Or if she has a sister, that's your
Aunt.
aunt. Like this here. Your uncle, your aunt. This one here. Then you have here brothers or
Cousin.
brother is for men and for girls is
Sister.
Sister.
of course. If you are married, you have husband or
Wife.
Wife.
wife,
Wife.
like this. And if you have children,
Child.
if it is a girl,
Daughter.
daughter. And if it is a boy,
Son.
son. Those are your kids, your children. If your daughter is married with a man, that's your son-in-law. Do you remember the family of your husband, the family, your in-laws? In-laws. What's the name of your husband's mom or your wife's mom?
Mother-in-law.
My mother-in-law. My mother-in-law. And my wife's or husband's dad, that's my father-in-law. Like this. Mother-in-law, father-in-law. If your brother is married, what's the name of that person?
Brother-in-law.
Brother-in-law.
Brother-in-law or sister-in-law?
Bueno.
No one. Sister.
Sister-in-law. Your brother-in-law or your sister-in-law is the husband of your brother or the wife of your brother or sister or
Or
the
girlfriend.
sister or the brother of your husband, of your wife. You are married and your wife has a sister, that's your sister-in-law. So those are the in-laws, the family of your husband, the family of your wife. If you have children and your children are married, what are those names?
Niece for woman, but I don't remember
The niece
boy
Yep.
name.
niece is the children of your sister. Oh, the niece and nephew.
Sorry.
But if you have children and your children are married,
Nuero.
imagine. Sí,
El
imagínate
yerno.
que tienen hijos y ellos están
El
casados.
yerno.
Ajá. ¿Cómo,
No sé cómo se dice
cómo
yerno.
se llaman los esposos o las esposas de tus hijos? Que en español decimos nuera, yerno. No, it's easy. It's son,
My son wife.
Son-in-law,
daughter,
the daughter-in-law.
in-law.
Ah, no sabía.
Like this. Yes. If you have children and
¿Qué
your
pasa?
children are married, this
Yeah.
is the son-in-law, the daughter-in-law. A eso los llamamos los in-laws. Is the family of your husband, of your wife. Let me send you this too. So in-laws. Look at this. Your daughter is married. That's your son-in-law. Okay. And this, your grandson, your granddaughter. You know what is this?
Yes.
Grandson. Yeah. Well, it's
Is the
when your children have children.
have children. Yeah.
Yes, when your children have children, those are your grandchildren. Yes,
A los nietos.
Yes.
Take time.
If it is a girl, granddaughter. If it is a boy, grandson. If it is one in singular, grandchild. Like this, grandchild. So yeah, that's the family. That's the family tree. Every time that we talk about the family, we use the apostrophe S all the time. So do you have any questions about this?
No.
No.
Nope. I have here another family. This is the family of Oliver, Patricia, Carlos. It's another family. I have here the photo. And in this family, we have to, it has some mistakes. We're going to read it. You're going to see. It has some, we have to change some things. So let's read this family. Who wants to read the first part? This family.
Me.
Catherine, here, Oliver.
Okay, dear Oliver, my name Patricia. I am from Madrid in Spain. I work for ABAM. I speak Spanish and a little English. I like traveling and shopping.
Yes. In this paragraph, what are the no mistakes, like some details? So what do you think that we can change in this paragraph? No le ven que le falta como algo.
My name need the apostrophe.
My name is Patricia.
Mhm.
My
Yeah.
name is like this.
My name is Patricia.
But this is not for possession. This is the verb be. My name is. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
My name is Patricia. Another thing.
Oh, okay.
The apostrophe in an, no?
I'm from Madrid here. I'm from Madrid in Spain. Yes. Let's see the second. My husband, who wants to read the second paragraph?
Me.
Okay, go ahead.
Oriana the second and Jose the last one. Oriana, my husband.
My husband name is Carlos. He an engineer. He likes sports.
Engineer.
Engineer.
He
They
likes
have a
sports.
daughter called Claudia. She 10 years old and she studies English and at the English Institute. ¿Cómo se dice?
Institute.
She likes
Skiing.
skiing and playing tennis. Skiing. I think she speaks English very well.
Very well. So in this paragraph, what do you think that we can change? We can add.
He is
Husbands. Mhm.
My husband.
Is.
Husband's
It's-
name.
His profession. He's an
Is
engineer.
an engineer.
Yeah, the profession.
Yes.
He's an engineer.
and we no.
My husband's name, he likes. She studies. In which another part here?
She's
And
10 years old.
She's 10 years old. Yes. She
She's like,
that's it. My husband's name, he's an engineer, she's 10 years old. Let's go with the last. Jose, my parents are retired.
My parents are retired. I have two brothers. My first brother called Felipe. He a lawyer and he married to difícil de leerlo así que son.
Yeah, the mistakes.
Sí, he a lawyer and he married to Alejandra. They have two daughters called Isabel and Maria Eugenia. My second brother name is Fernando. He a doctor and he works in a hospital. He isn't married yet.
Isn't married. So in this paragraph, what things do you think we can change?
Parents are retired.
Daniela, in which one?
And call.
He's a lawyer.
He's a lawyer.
The profession.
The profession.
He's
He's
a
a
lawyer.
lawyer.
They have
And brother Scott.
he's a doctor.
he's a doctor.
He's a doctor. He's a lawyer.
Yeah.
The professions. He's a
Maybe
lawyer.
the apostrophe in isn't. He isn't.
And brother.
Brother.
And my first brother Carl. Felipe.
My first brother
Mm.
is called Felipe. Yes.
Mhm.
My first brother is called Felipe. Yes. Mi primer hermano se llama, is called Felipe. He's a lawyer.
My second brother's name.
My second
I don't
brother's
know.
name. Yes. The name of my second brother. Yes.
Mhm.
I have two daughters, Isabel.
Y he no se pone.
And here, he's married. This, he's married.
He's married.
Decía el de abajo, pero.
In which one?
And he.
He works, dices tú.
You, no sé.
He works. No, he works. Él trabaja. He works
Works.
in a hospital.
No.
That's he works. Thank you for your teaching. I'm very happy to be in your class.
Bueno,
I think that's it. But
That's it.
Daniela, can you read the complete paragraph of the family again?
Okay. Dear Oliver, my name's Patricia. I'm from Madrid in Spain. I work for a bank. I speak Spanish and a little English. I like traveling and shopping. My husband's name is Carlos. He's an engineer. He likes sports and films. We have a daughter called Claudia. She's 10 years old and she studies English at the English Institute too. She likes skiing.
Skiing. Like
Skiing.
skiing, like in the when you go to Aspen or to Colorado, you skiing.
Okay. She likes skiing and playing tennis. I think she speaks English very well. My parents are retired. I have two brothers. My first brother is called Felipe. He's a lawyer and he's married to Alejandra. They have two daughters called Isabel and Maria Eugenia. My second brother's name is Fernando. He's a doctor and he works in a hospital. He isn't married. Thank you for teaching. I'm very happy to be in your class. Best wishes, Patricia.
Yes. Yeah, skiing is the sport. When you go to the snow, is this sport.
Yeah.
You go to Aspen, Colorado, Switzerland, this skiing. This. These are
The prices.
prices, yeah, of the things that you need. Your clothes, your boots.
esquiar.
Yes, is this. Don't get confused. It's not the same. Skiing and skydiving, they are two different sports. Skydiving is this. Here, skydiving. Skydiving, skiing.
Skin.
So the apostrophe S. Sometimes the apostrophe S is for possession. Like, for example, when we say my husband's name, here I have, I saw it, my brother's name, which other? I think that those are the only two. My husband's name, my brother's name, my mother's car, my father's cell phone, Daniela's favorite food, Catherine favorite singer, Jose's wife. So the apostrophe S sometimes is for possession, but not all the time. Sometimes it's for the verb be, remember. Is the verb be contracted? He is
Yes.
an engineer. She is 10 years old. He is a lawyer. He is a doctor. Well, here is not contracted, but is the verb be, is called Felipe. And sometimes the apostrophe is for the negative. Isn't, aren't, doesn't,
Don't.
don't. Yes. O sea, cada vez que vean el apóstrofe S, no necesariamente es posesión. Puede ser el verbo to be que está contraído. ¿Ok? Como acá.
Okay.
My name is Patricia. My name's Patricia. I'm from Madrid. I am from Madrid. Is the verb be. Yes, do you understand?
Yes.
Yes. So, to finish the class, para terminar la clase, vamos a hacer juntos un párrafo más al cual le faltan 10 apóstrofes, 10 apostrophes. Is this one here? Yo lo voy a leer, I'm going to read it, and then you tell me what apostrophes are missing. It says, my name's Maria Jose, and I'm from Almeria. My husband's name is Marco. He isn't Spanish. He's from Italy. My father's an engineer, and my mom doesn't work. My sisters' names are Emilia and Raul. They are married, and their husbands' names are Jose and Rafael. So on the first paragraph, my name's Maria, Maria Jose, I'm from Almeria, my husband's
Names.
Names.
my
Names.
here,
Husbands.
husbands,
Isn't.
Isn't.
Listen.
Ethan,
His.
his,
Father.
my father
Doesn't.
here,
Doesn't.
doesn't work.
Names.
Sisters.
My sister's
They are.
names,
Ah, yes.
like this,
Oh, my name is good.
my sister's names or my
Mhm.
sister's names. What do you think?
El de abajo.
The second one.
Second, my sister's names. Yeah, because they
Those are two people.
two.
They
But
are.
Raul is a woman. It says sisters.
Huh?
So Raul is a girl.
They are.
apparently. Emilia and Raul.
In the first line, I'm from Almeria.
I'm from. I was
Mm.
waiting. I was waiting for you to tell me that. From Almeria.
And they are.
They're married.
They're
They're
married.
Husbands.
husbands.
Here, between D and S, or here at the end?
Next to.
At the end. Ah, bueno.
At the end, because they are two.
Ah, sí.
Yes.
Jose and Rafael. They are two husbands and two wives, Emilia and Raul. They are married. Emilia is married to Jose and Raul to Rafael, apparently. So we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This. Which apostrophes are used for the verb be?
I am. I am.
My
My
name.
name.
My name is.
I am.
I'm-
They are.
Husbands.
His.
He's from
He isn't.
Italy. Isn't is
They are.
Isn't is the contraction. Yes.
They
Ah,
are.
They
But-
are.
there.
They are.
There.
Mm,
I'm going to put this isn't.
yeah.
Isn't is for the name.
Fathers.
He isn't.
My father.
He's not. Mhm.
My father is
My
an
father.
engineer. My father
My
is
father
an
is.
engineer. Yes. Isn't is for negative, like for example, when we say doesn't work, negative. And for possession, we have the names
Sister
of my
and-
sisters, the names of
Husbands.
the husband, the name of the husband. So sometimes the apostrophe is for possession and sometimes is for the verb be. ¿Okay? ¿Cómo sabemos? Bueno, por contexto, tenemos que estar como pendiente de lo que estamos leyendo. Si vemos, por ejemplo, que dice, if we see that it says, for example, aquí, maybe my mom's car. Si yo veo esta frase, yo sé que es posesión, el carro de mi mamá. Porque es
Ujú.
imposible que sea my mom is car, mi mamá es carro. No puede ser. Entonces, ¿cómo sabemos? Bueno, por contexto. Es fácil saberlo. A veces la otra opción es que es imposible, no se puede. Okay? O if I say, for example, he's a doctor. Él es un doctor. He's a doctor. Ahí no hay posesión, ese es el verb be contracted. Okay? Entonces, cada vez que ustedes vean apóstrofe S, sepan que puede ser possession o el verb be contraído por ahí. Okay? Y cada vez que vean el apóstrofe solo, puede ser oraciones negativas. Isn't, doesn't, didn't, don't, aren't. Yes. So, any questions? Questions for
Mm.
today? No?
No.
No,
Este,
Tell me.
en este también vamos a aprender cuando usan con números y símbolos.
¿Cuándo qué? Dime otra vez. ¿Cuándo?
Que si en este,
Nivel.
Ajá.
ajá, eso, nivel, vamos a aprender también de los apóstrofes, pero cuando se usan con números y símbolos y así.
Como por ejemplo, for example, when? Tell me.
Y un número como para no, en los años, por lo menos.
Ajá. Ok.
Cuando es 1900 y pico,
Para las décadas. The 90s, here. The 90s.
mm,
Las décadas se usa mucho. For the 90s, for the 80s, for...
y así,
O, por ejemplo, esta es la promoción del 99. Decimos así, 99.
y tal,
This one. ¿Cómo,
y
cómo
tal, la plaza del 1, algo así, de los años también.
Bueno, mañana vamos a hablar de eso. Mañana vamos a hablar, pues el apóstrofe tiene muchos usos realmente. Mañana podemos hablar del cuando está con número. Pero lo que más, una de las cosas que más me han preguntado, que siempre me lo están preguntando, que quiero que se queden hasta el final en este nivel, es de lo contable y de lo incontable. Se los decía al principio de la clase, solo que no sé si estaban todos ya, no sé si todos habían entrado. Pero en este nivel vamos a ver las palabras cuando son contables o cuando son incontables, que es cuando no se pueden poner en plural. Siempre me lo están
Importante.
preguntando, siempre me están diciendo cuándo usar many, cuándo usar much. Eso lo vamos a ver en este nivel también. Y bueno, cualquier cosa que ustedes quieran ver y que se les ocurra, me la pueden decir y yo la agrego a las clases sin problema. Tienen cualquier
Okay.
otra duda, me dice, ay, profe, ¿puede hacer una clase para recordar esto? Y lo vemos otra vez. ¿Ok?
Okay.
So, have a good night and I see you tomorrow.
Thank
Have a
you.
good night. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye bye, good night.
Bye, good night.